And just epic savage war after epic savage war.
Are from Cuba, Moldova, Kyrgyzstan, Zimbabwe and Colombia.
So there's Chaloyan, 28 years old now, and he beat Mohamed Abdurrahimov by unanimous decision, and then Nurlan Sapar by same route. And he does what you would expect somebody of his size to do. He boxes his height for the most part. He uses that jab, uses that right hand. He keeps things fairly simple. And Makhanov, compared to some of the other people in this division,
Round one.
isn't that big for a super heavyweight. You're looking him up against Chaloyan, and particularly against Arzola when they shared the ring together. He's quite slim, but he's got good speed. Right hand there from Chaloyan was a good shot. You see those Olympic rings on the shoulder there, on the shoulder blade. Makhanov just closing in, looking for that combination himself. Trying to whip that right hand to the body there, Chaloyan. Right hand was a good shot there from Makhanov, just dipped off to his left hand side as he threw it. Chaloyan just dipping his head and trying to work to the body there. And I said at the start that he keeps it simple, he uses those basics. He could do with employing them right now, to be honest. He could do with getting that jab going. Is there a bit of damage to the left eye there? I'll get a better look when he turns around, but he needs to get that lead hand working. Planted in the chest of Makhanov, that would be the way forward here, I think. Just as he does there, just keep him at bay, knock him off balance, get him a little bit more where you want him. I think that eye's okay, actually. Maybe just a slight bit of reddening. Into the final minute of round one. Chaloyan is trying to look to use that 1-2, and then again there, just sits down on that one a bit, final 20 seconds or so, and planting that jab into the chest, and I think it is the right thing to do. Makhanov just stealing a march on him there. He tries to cover up the big Armenian as UZB lets his hands go. Been a good bit of back and forth in this opening round. Final few seconds.
So, an interesting opening round in this first super heavyweight semi-final. Makhanov setting his score out more immediately. Chaloyan seeking to establish that jab. And he did begin to find a home for it, sticking it into the sternum in the closing stages, or from around the halfway stage of the opening round. But perhaps the more effective combination punching, two-shot salvos were coming from Makhanov. And Makhanov has taken the first on a 3-2 split after a close first 3 minutes of boxing. I thought he deserved to take it, but Chaloyan right in it after 3 minutes.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. There wasn't much in it at all. The busier of the two, as you say, he probably threw more shots, was Makhanov. And he just looked a little bit busier, the way he was going about things. Chaloyan, though, did start to do some good work with that lead hand towards the end of the round, but he's got to get that going again. Nice and quick at the start of the second, but it's Makhanov who is quickly onto him. And just throws a good 4, 5, 6 shots there. Enough of them got through. And Chaloyan's looking to try and take his feet in and punch harder with that 1-2, I think. And Makhanov has obviously got the edge in hand speed, but Chaloyan has got to keep throwing that 1-2. Right hand almost crashed through there completely clean. It was kind of half deflected, and that's what he's looking to do here. Just snatches at that right hand a little bit. But with his sheer physical size and the weight behind these punches, if he keeps coming forward and throwing that 1-2, then he's going to get somewhere here, you feel. And he's got to keep his shape when he's doing it. Every now and again, that weight just comes forward. I make it sound like the easiest thing in the world for somebody who's probably the best part of 20 stone, just to keep coming forward and throwing a 1-2. It is a physically demanding thing to do. Nice lead left hand there from Makhanov. But when he's catching him on the ropes like that, Chaloyan, he's got to let him have it. Heading up towards the midway stage of the second round. 3-2 split in the scoring in round one, remember. Good left hand into the body there from Makhanov. You could hear that one echo around ringside. And Chaloyan is putting a lot into this second round, trying to get on that jab and throw that right hand, which he just tends to strangle a little bit sometimes. Well, the referee is just bringing him over here for a little nick to the corner of the right eye.
But interestingly, Andy, she just put her fist into an open palm. So in the event this did cause the bout to be stopped, it would be RSCI for Chaloyan, because the referee indicating that the cut has been caused by a punch and not an accidental clash of heads.
Good right hand there from Chaloyan again as we head into the final minute of round two. And he's going after him a bit here. Nice combination there, though, from Makhanov. It's a good fight, this. And I think we might see some fatigue set in the final round for both of these two. It's been a long, hard competition already. Right hand gets through there from Makhanov, heading into the final 30 seconds. Well, there goes the clapper. Chaloyan just trying to adjust his feet and chase Makhanov around a bit here, who is managing to elude him at the moment.
Fascinating second round of boxing, because Makhanov made a point of sprinting off his stall and letting his hands go with real success in the first 10 seconds of the second round. He kept that success going, and then Chaloyan picked up the tempo from his perspective and began to take it back, and there was a really intriguing passage with about 30 seconds remaining in the round where the referee separated the two, and they both took a step back and took in a massive lungful of oxygen, because they really did fight at a high clip. Remember, these are the biggest boxers in IBA style boxing. Chaloyan thought maybe deserved a greater share of that second round. Thought it was very tight, very competitive. Remember, he was edged in the first on a 3-2 split. This man came out of the gate storming to begin round number two, but I thought Chaloyan responded well to have his own successes, but he's only taken a one-judge verdict to lose it 4-1.
And he needed more than that, didn't he? He was really pursuing him at the end of the round there, and like you, I make him slightly unfortunate not to have just got a little bit more there, because the problem he's got now is that he's 2 points down with 3 of the judges. He's up with another one by 2 points, and the other card is level, so he's got to take that level card, and that would take it to 3-2 and bout review, and then we get the extra scores added in, and we'd see what would happen. And Makhanov is digging in here, and Chaloyan has just got to keep pouring forward and keep letting those hands go, because he's a big man. He punches hard and heavy. Right hand there from Chaloyan, but Makhanov manages to avoid it. A minute gone in round 3. And Makhanov off the back foot, just throwing a combination there. There wasn't too much on it. It was a kind of couple of punches, really, that were thrown just to try and occupy his opponent. I don't know if he's got too much snap left. And Chaloyan just kind of leaning down on him, bearing down of him, and he collapses down to his knees and has a look at the corner. Good right hand there from Chaloyan. And again, Makhanov just walks onto one, but goes straight through it. Short with the right hand there, Chaloyan. And he's just got to keep working and working and working until he can work no more. For Makhanov, it's about that one drawn card. If he can take that, then he'll have 4 scores in his favour, because there's no way that Chaloyan is winning this final round 10-8. So that's what this is about for him. And it's exactly the same for the Armenian, to be honest, because the best he can hope for is 2 cards, so he needs to take that drawn card as well. So it's a battle for that card. Essentially, 3-2 takes it to the bout review, 4-1 does not. Final 20 seconds. And I give credit to Makhanov. Based on what I saw against Ardzoga, I felt he might fade towards the end here, and they're both tied, no question about that, but he's hung in there pretty effectively. Well, he's celebrating. That could be a little bit premature. There goes the bell.
Well, there's immediate celebration up in that red corner, because their man got the tactics right. Chaloyan, you have to commend this man's effort, because right from the opening round, when Makhanov really did seek to take it to him early and implement his superior speed, Chaloyan always made a point of responding. Well, it's just as you described, Andy. We are going to bout review, which is going to make it very interesting indeed. The scores of the observer and the evaluator will now be considered. Chaloyan played his part in what was a really competitive affair, who will be going through to contest super heavyweight gold here in Dubai.
And what we know is that drawn card went Chaloyan's way to make it 3-2. Otherwise, it would have been 4-1 and there would be no bout review.
So, how do the observer and evaluator...
Ladies and gentlemen, after a bout review, the winner of this contest by split decision and going into the finals, in the red corner, representing...
And Makhanov gets it 5-2, so both of the judges outside of the 5 ringside judges, the observer and the evaluator, they both went to the red corner, increased that 3-2 lead to a 5-2 lead. There was so little in that fight. When you look at rounds where it's 3-2, 4-1, 2-3, just one card the other way, placed in the right column, and it can all be different cards. It's really, it's that close. It's that close.
It is indeed. Incredibly close. 9 minutes of boxing. But look at the contrasting emotions. Davit, Chaloyan, I'm not even sure he can muster up the energy to smile, because he really did empty the tank up there. And came here in search of a return to the final of World Championship gold. Bitterly disappointed at having not achieved his objective. But another good tournament for him, and cementing his position as one of the very best super heavies out there in IBA boxing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he really did work very, very hard in those final 3 minutes, but as did Makhanov. As I said, he's had a very interesting competition. Knockouts, head clashes, maybe a little bit of good fortune, and then a ton of hard work there, and no little skill to get him through